Yeah, okay. Anthony, you voted?
Yes.
Who have you voted for?
Well, it should be a secret, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I voted for Lib Dems, and also I voted yes for the AV, because I think that'll give us much fairer votes, and every vote will count.
A lot of people saw you last year at the Sainsbury's roundabout,
yes,
asking, you know, for vote Lib Dems. Were you disappointed that they went into coalition?
In some ways, yes, and in others not. You know, I'm disappointed with the student fees, but apart from that, I think it was probably the best thing for the Liberals to do, to go in coalition. There was no way we could go in with Labour, because Labour put us in such a mess, and in any case Labour wasn't going to give the Liberal Democrats a fair say anyway. They did go in partnership with them.
Do you follow the local issues, and if so, in your
yes.
ward, what are the local issues that concern you?
Well, one of the most important things that disturbs me is the drunks on the streets, and the police in their infinite wisdom think that it's impossible to do anything about it. So I'm just wondering whether you know, we're paying them to sit on their backsides while we do their job for them.
But some might say it's the coalition that are going to take 400 police officers off the streets of Essex.
Yes, but let's look at it from another point of view. 30 years ago, or more, we had our local Bobby. If we had any problems, he'd sort it out. Today, that doesn't happen. I mean, I've been bitten by a dog. I've had a nuisance neighbours. Thankfully, they've departed, and the police have done nothing. I finished up in hospital with a dog bite, and I'm still suffering from the effects of that. And my MP wrote to them, and still they did nothing. So I mean, what's the police doing for me? And I'm paying a levy to the police, and then well, to me that's a waste of money. Then the other thing is they've put us on is these community coppers. Absolute waste of time and money, because the coppers have got no powers, and you talk to them and they say it's not about policing anymore, it's all about politics, and that's not what this country wants. It seems to me as if this two-party system of Labour and Tory is an absolute waste of time and money. And it's us that have to pick up the tab at the end of the day.
Anthony, thank you. Miles, election day here in Grays. Have you voted?
No, I haven't voted, and I probably won't.
Why not?
Well, the only representative from any of the parties that has come round was the Labour candidate, and I put on my blog earlier that I was willing to be convinced by anyone. I was considering myself, for the first time ever, a floating voter. I wasn't doing a protest vote. I wanted to actually be part of the democratic process properly, and I can't make a decision based on just one person's view. I have to have everybody's, all the options given to me so that I can make that determination. And as I've only had the Labour candidate come round, I can't vote.
So the message to the other parties in future years is come round to my house and come and stop me, and you'll see one here, and tell us what your ideals are, what your policies are.
Yeah, come round, or even put something through the letterbox, because all I've had is stuff from Labour. And having one point of view is not going to help, especially when the council is on a knife edge as to who is in control.
But they would say, maybe somebody might say, well, it's a safe Labour seat, I've got to put our energies elsewhere.
It is a safe Labour seat, but only because people aren't coming round from the other parties to give their side to show that they are willing to do what it takes to be the proper representative of that area.
I'm here for both.
You always vote in local elections?
Yep.
Why is that? Because we only get about 25 to 30% turnout. Why is it you vote?
I didn't realise that it was such a small turnout, but I like to vote on the local elections because I like to be seen as obviously having an input to what's going on in the community.
So as a resident of South Auckland, are you aware of certain local issues at all that come up from time to time?
I really haven't lived here that long.
But what would concern you about issues? Would it be crime or education?
Yeah, definitely the crime.
And in what ways would you say that crime concerns you?
Well, crime concerns me because in particular on Brandon Groves we've had quite a few break-ins and vehicles have been vandalised, etc.
How's that going to be solved, so to speak?
Well, we're trying to, obviously the police are trying to put more of a presence into the area because our local councillor has taken it up as an issue on this particular estate.
So that's, I guess, from the local councillor, that's good that you're aware there's a local councillor and they're taking up issues. Would that influence your vote, whether it's for any party?
No, definitely not.
You'll vote along certain lines?
Because it's my civic duty, I suppose.
Yeah, that's an interesting answer. Do you think that's almost a dying attitude, so to speak, of a civic duty?
I don't think it is amongst the older generation, but I think people have got, the younger generation have got to be enthused to vote. It's got to be a bigger issue, I think, and I think, I know this is a big issue, or it could be in the event of a change, but I think younger people tend to be less interested in voting.
And what about the alternative vote? Did that grab you at all?
No, I don't want an alternative vote, no. I think it's chaos enough as it is with this this system we've got, but this situation we've got at the moment. I know possibly it won't prevent this kind of government, but I think an alternative vote would certainly increase the chances of this kind of government that we've got now, and I don't like it.
Andrew, you've come out to vote this morning.
Yeah.
Why have you voted?
I voted today because I want our politicians to be accountable. I want them to be hardworking. I discovered being passionate about the community. I intend that they give a good service to us in the local area.
So, are you voting aware of the national issues, or are you voting on local issues?
Well, we take it from the local issues to the national issues. I'm passionate about one or two things, about the economy, about the way we are voting, at the system we are using at the present time, and if we can improve on that, I'll be so glad.
And are you happy? I'm going to ask you a question.
That's okay.
Are you happy in a way that, say locally? Are you aware of, for example, it's a Labour administration and things like that? Are you aware of that, or? About national issues?
Yeah, I think it's mixed locally, isn't it? The council, I guess it's mixed, but I just hope that we get it right in to run the whole system.
Some people say that with Chafford 100, a lot of people in Chafford 100 are sort of, I guess they're just worried about their own lives and don't really get involved in the community. Do you think that's unfair?
Yeah, definitely we need to be involved in the community. I mean, we live to take care of one another. We need to be one another's keeper, and if we don't do that, I guess we just go into the fringe.
Are you going to tell us who you voted for?
That's a secret.